Hello lovely people. So this is Shadow. Say hi everybody. Hello world. Oh, so I'm not ready for my stretching. Right, we are on 1:15 stretching on Wednesday. Okay, so it's a good 50-minute class. Nice full body stretch, very low impact. Make sure that you are fit and able to train and that you do realize that exercise can cause injury. Hi Isabel. However, in a stretching class it's unlikely, but it is possible. So make sure you're fit and well to train. I'll wait for a few more of you to come on board and then we can get going. The music playing in the background is royalty-free music on Spotify from their chill lounge. Hey, I think I waved. I don't know. And yeah, that's it. I'm still in my shorts. I was warm this morning when I started out, but I've taken my shoes off, so hopefully it didn't slip. Oh, TV went off. Where is it? Because I haven't found it. Never mind. Okay, just means I can't see you guys on the big screen. Okay. Hello, Linda. Right. Are we just about ready to go? Yep. Hello. Ooh, look at the cheekbones. Ooh, cheekbones. I've got no filters on this one. George and Gail, nice one. Right, let's get going. So, we'll just have pretty pictures in the background. We're going to start this one lying flat on the floor, okay? So, come down to the floor. Ready. So, we are going to do, here. Lying long, I'll bring that into my picture. Knee huggers, maybe hug a cat. So just keep your head on the floor and pull your knee up towards your chest. Hi. And switch. So you want to try and pull it in as tight as you can. Nice deep breaths. We're going to do this for about a minute. Hey, beautiful. Watch I don't land on the cat. Hello. Oh, that's nice kisses. Thank you. You want a belly rub? Yep. And he's eating me. Other side. No eating. No, let me have my hand back. Alright, so from here, you're going to swing it over. Okay, and then you're just going to switch legs and swing. So watch your back, make sure your abs are on. My knee, it doesn't go all the way down to the floor. You could do pullovers here like this if you want. This really gets into the lower back. So this is better for me. I'm just pulling the knee up and over, and you'll feel it. You feel it a little bit in your hip, in your glutes, and in the lower spine. You can lift up more. Try and keep your shoulders down. Cat hair. You can look in the opposite direction if you want, or you can go a little bit more dynamic and go over. Okay. Do what suits you. Watch your back. Breathe. Yourself up. So you're going to come into legs mermaid. So we're just going to rotate the legs. Here, one hand will come right up. That's okay. Keep the feet on the floor and rotate the knees. Glute activation, lifting your quads and your knees up and over with the knees bent. Activating the glutes. Watch your shoulders. Well, the next one's going to activate the glutes. This one is just hips. That's quite nice. There we go. Okay, so you're going to do a scorpion tail lift up and over. Okay, that one will activate the glutes. We're going to lift the quad up and over. So, have a look. I'm just rolling my towel up so you can see what I'm lifting over. Okay. So, you're going to come down onto your belly. Okay. You're going to bring, let me close in, lifting it, and lift it up, and back. Okay, so keep your head down, don't strain your head, and you're wanting to lift up here, and then lift to the side, and back. Watch your back, okay? So, head down. If it is too much, then just do a glute lift, okay? So I'm just squeezing the bum and I'm lifting. If you want more support, take your hand here so you can push the floor, squeeze up, lift, and back, okay? Again, if you're wanting just a little bit less, you're just squeezing that quad. If you can you see the quad lifting off the floor? I'm squeezing, lifting, and lowering. It's quite tough. Not as easy as it looks, that one. Right, let's do the other side. I'm just turning so you can see. Okay, so if you're just wanting a little glute activation there, where you lift up. So you should be able to feel this right here in your lower back, in your abs, and in your glutes, okay? I'm not even going to put the towel there to lift over now, I'm just going to rest my head on it. That's quite nice. Go. So I've got my hand here for support. It's not a big movement, okay? I don't want you thinking you have to put your back out doing this, okay? Abs must be on. Okay, sit back, stretch. Alrighty, knees bent, feet drop. Okay, so we are literally staying down here. And you're going to bend your knees. And we're just going to roll, drop the feet. So my quads are very tight. My feet are not going anywhere near the floor. Head down. Sit in child's quickly. So stretch out the lower back, knees wide, feet apart. Yeah. So I'm feeling this a bit. I do have a bad back naturally. I broke my back 2003. So it's a weak link in the chain. Strong back muscles now, but you want to be feeling this right in the deep muscles here as you sit back and stretch. Maybe in 2006, who knows? Right, so we're going into the world's greatest stretch, okay? It's a runner's lunge. So take your right foot forward, okay? Alrighty. And lift the back leg off the floor for now. Okay, I want you to open up the inside hand, chest to thigh. Bring it back down, okay, and then pull back into pyramid. Stretch, so both heels down. My feet are a little crampy after workouts this morning. Okay, do that again. Come forward. Hands inside the knee. Rotate. So if you feel better doing the rotation with the back knee down and coming up a little bit, you can rotate here. You're still pushing into the hip flexor. Okay? With straight leg stretch now. Breathe through the move. Your pyramid might be here. Okay, that's fine. So you would come into the runner's lunge and just try and stretch up. This is the modified option I'm showing you. And pull back to pyramid. Okay? Make sure your abs are on throughout. Let's switch sides. So I'm going back down low. You can stay modified if you need to. Rotate through. Get a lovely twist in the torso. Good. Step back, straight leg. Good. Runner's lunge. So knee over ankle. Rotate through. Into pyramid. Pull back, straighten up. Breathe through the moves. And one more. Again, if you want to, drop in. You don't have to twist, it's your stretch. Okay, so you might not enjoy the rotating. You might enjoy it, you might not want to open fully. Okay, and then straight leg stretch. Good, step it in. Okay, so we're going to go into a crossover. So we're going into hamstrings, crossover, side to side lunge, okay? So it looks like this. You cross left over right, hang. Okay, and then you're going to take your back leg into a side lunge. Come into a side lunge, back into a side lunge, and then take this leg over the front. Hang down. Okay, join me. So pushing back, roll up chin to chest, take your back foot into a side lunge, come across into a side lunge. You can use your thigh if you need to. Back, and then step this one over the front, I think, yeah, and down. And up, side lunge, back foot out. So I'm using my thighs. You can come deep if you want to, super deep. Let's get into the picture. Over here. Let's do two more. Hang. Good. I stepped the wrong way, never mind. Side lunge. Side lunge. Side lunge, step back. I did it again wrong way. It's okay, just hang down. We're going to roll up after this one anyway. Good, roll up. Okay, we're going to take it into a straddle stretch for the hamstrings, okay? Feet nice and wide. Right, so from here you're going to pull the hips back and you're going to hang in a straddle. So some of you will be able to touch the floor, some of you will be able to go wider in the straddle and get your elbows, but I'm not going too wide because I've got socks on and I'll end up in the splits. If you are unable to touch the floor, you take your hands wide, see the flat back, that's what we're looking for. So we're working on the hamstrings, okay? If you've got a little bit more, this is a nice stretch in my lumbar spine. I'm feeling it right through the QL, quadratus lumborum muscles. And then we're going to take it into a side, so you're going to take your right hand to your left foot and rotate. So if you can't reach your feet, then you're going to be somewhere here up on the calf and rotate. Now if you bend the bottom arm, I'll show you from the front, just keep stretching through it. If you bend the elbow here, it pulls you closer to this, so it stretches out that hamstring more, and rotate the arm. And switch, bend, bend, pull. So you're pulling your chest towards your thigh and rotating. You can take it down a notch and just pull in, so you're not getting the rotation, but you are stretching. So you're pulling more on one side than the other. All right, relax the head and shoulders. Okay, heel turn the feet in and roll up. Chin to chest. Nice. Oh, legs. So we're doing quite a bit of legs and back stretching today. But by the end of it, we will have done full body. All right, so have a sip of water if you need it. Noisy sips. Right, so tornadoes, we're literally going to work through the obliques. You want to try and keep a nice flat back on this, okay? And you're going to bring your hands up in a Y formation, okay? Now imagine that you have the cone of shame on you. You know what the dogs wear when they're not allowed to lick? So you are the cone of shame, okay? And you're going to make a tornado, a gentle tornado, okay? So you are literally going to turn the torso and come down. And then bend the knees slightly as you come back. And then change direction. What I don't want you doing is swinging your head crazy because you'll just fall over, okay? So make sure you're keeping your eyes, your head above your heart, okay? So you're not going too low. Flat back, breathe in, watch your backs, see from the side, down, nice flat. So we go for about 6 of these. If it's too much on the shoulders and your shoulders are knackered from previous classes, literally put your hands on your hips. Flat back, very old school 80s aerobic style, especially with the socks, and you're working hamstrings and back. This one is a bit better because you're supporting. If you're here, abs are on, okay, and you won't feel it as much in your back. You've got a lot more control on this one. Good. Right, from here we're going into side stretches. So you can get some beautiful side stretches, opening up one side at a time, okay? If you were doing this as an exercise in a gym, you would have a heavy weight in your hand, okay? And you would be pulling down, working on the muscles. Now we are stretching, okay? So you can, again, put your hand on your belly, abs on, take a nice deep breath in, and then reach down. When you are reaching, the shoulder on this one is pointing to your big toe, okay? If you can see, I'm leaning relatively to the side, but I'm not leaning back, okay? Down. If you want, put your hand on your hip and reach down. You want to try and shave the leg, so keep the hand close to the leg. So you can alternate, so lift up as high as you can with the shoulder and then go down. You can breathe in or out, doesn't matter, and come up. Watch your back, make sure your abs are on. If you want a little bit more, reach over with this hand, or you could have like a windmill effect, okay? I am leaning further forward with the shoulder than I am back, okay? You do not want to hurt or crunch your vertebrae in your lower back. So reach. Nice stretch. So a little bit further, I am now pulling the hips back a bit. Watch. Pull the hips back as I go down, but I'm still leaning up. Okay, so I'm not rounding and going down this way. Flat back, and I'm kind of sliding down my shins. It's just protecting lumbar spine, okay? If you really want to take it easy, put your hand on your hips. Just point down with the elbows. Abs on all the time. Good. Right, come upright, roll the shoulders. Oh, how's them shoulders feeling? Yeah, feeling it. Right, so from here we're going to go into back and chest stretches, okay? these are simple, straightforward. I'm just rolling the neck. I've got a crick in my neck. Okay, so back and chest. What you're going to do is clasp your hands, okay? You are going to tilt the pelvis. So you're squeezing hips to ribs, and you're going to separate the shoulder blades and round, chin to chest. And you feel that nice stretch right across. Inhale up. Add on a side bend, stretch. Other side. Good. And from here, what you're going to do is take your hands behind your back, pull down and straighten the arms. You can look up or down. Okay? Roll the shoulders. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Round. Slight bend in the knees. Inhale up. Take one wrist. Exhale over. Push the hips to the side. Stretch. Inhale. Switch wrist. You're not yanking your wrist out of your socket, please. Just stretching. Inhale. Take the hands behind. Ooh. Nice. Good. And roll the shoulders. So, shoulders have done quite a bit of work today if you've been doing all the classes. So just have a quick roll through. You might hear a little bit of crunchy noise. That's okay. Okay, so we're going onto the legs, okay? We're going to do a quad stretch. I'm going to do it standing for a change because quite often in stretching I've been doing it seated. Thank you for the hearts. Okay, so what you're going to do is find your balance, okay? If you need a wall or a chair to hold on to, find your balance on the standing leg, heel to bum, knees together, hips forward, chest up, and pull. In this leg that you're stretching, squeeze the quad like you're squeezing a tennis ball, okay? Slight bend in the standing knee, push the big toe into the floor on the standing leg, pull the abs in, and breathe. Chest up. And release. If you want more from this, we'll go into a dancer stretch. So to go into dancer, if you don't want to do the dancer, that's fine. You just keep doing a quad stretch, okay? So for dancer, you're going to take your hand, take your thumb onto the inside of the ball of your foot. So the only way you can do dancer is if you can actually get your foot and stand in this position. If you cannot balance like this, don't attempt this move, okay? So you would just then do a quad stretch. You can hold onto a wall. Let's just show you the wall. Okay, if you need more balance, and pull up. Okay, so I am holding onto the wall. Let's turn. There we go. Okay, so wall, heel, thumb, ball of foot, and tip. So I can get nice and high with that, pulling the foot away from the body, and that's a massive quad stretch. Okay, so you're going to try and do that standing again. Other leg. Alright, find your balance. So let's do quad stretch first. So on this one I have to pull my knee forward and then pull back. So balance, nice deep breaths. So I'm feeling a little pain in my kneecap on this one. Just my knees have had a rough week and it's only Wednesday. How bad is that? That's just because I'm pulling it tight, okay? Just right click. Right, we're gonna go for dancer on this one, without a wall. Let's see if I can still stand. So if you have a wall or a chair, use it. Voila. Find your balance. That hurts the bum as well. Roll the shoulders. Right. One leg standing balance. Okay, so we did this. It was the first move today when we were warming up. Single leg stretch. So all you're going to do is pull your knee to your chest. And you feel it comes up a lot higher now. Your muscles are nice and warm. Again, if you are battling for balance, you can do this one lying down, or you can find a wall and lean upright on the wall. Other side. I'm just being lazy now and using the wall. I'm holding the wall up. Ideally you would be standing still. I'm just being lazy. But it feels nice. Right, keep holding, keep holding. Making you dizzy yet. Alrighty. Now you're going, you see my hair still? Oh, let's straighten you up. Okay, so now you're gonna do the single leg balance. If you're on the wall, that's fine. You would pull up and open out. So my other arm is out to counterbalance the knee, okay? Bring it in and down. When you lift one leg, you activate your core, okay? You want a strong core, but you're also stretching. So pull that knee up high, open, in, down. You must have your abs on. If your abs are not on, you can hurt your back, okay? Roll the shoulders, let's go. Open. That sometimes happens, that's fine. Make sure you just put your foot down, don't fall over. Good. Right, so we're coming into a side lunge, just to stretch out. Take your feet wide. Hinge from the hips. Bend one knee. Can you see that V? Is that a V? It's a triangle, isn't it? Okay, so knee is behind toe here. I'm going to bring my hands in just to support. If your feet are sliding, put weight over the bent knee. Otherwise, yeah, I'm sliding. I don't want to slide. You hurt your knees. So if you're not coming all the way down to the floor, you are in a side lunge position and your back is flat. Can you see the flat back? Come to the other side. Elbow to knee, and you should feel a lovely stretch down the inner thigh. Breathe. So we're going to stretch, go to the other leg, and what you're going to do is lean into the long leg now. Again, that knee is still behind the toe. And lean into the long leg. And heel toe. Hang. So you may be hanging here because you can't touch toes. It's fine. Roll up chin to chest. Okay. So we're going to go into huggers, into reverse lunge. Okay? So you're going to reverse lunge, open, and then hug in, round. Lunge, hug. Lunge. Tilting, pelvis, squeezing, hips to ribs, hug. Round. Breathe in, one more each side. Exhale. Oops. Good. Alrighty. That's quite nice. Okay, so what we're going to do is just a little bit on the shoulders. So we're going to hold the movement. Okay, that was a very high pitched hold. Okay, so we're going to do shoulders. Okay, and hold it across. So you want to ideally hold 10-15 seconds. Okay, so I'm pulling this arm into my chest. Here we go. You're getting oxygen to my brain, excuse me. Now push back and push into the shoulder. So we're pushing into the tricep hold. Breathe through the move. And release. Go the other side. So I've got a lovely grip on my arm, if you can see. It's a thumb there, fingers here, and I'm pulling that shoulder into me, pulling the arm, the bicep part of the arm, without turning the shoulder. So you don't want to turn. So you're feeling the nice stretch all the way down the front, okay? Then palm flat, push back. If you can't, you can push back from here. If you've got the flexibility and you're wanting to be patting flat, what you don't want, so you want your neck, your air space open. You don't want to be crushing into your head. Okay, through the shoulders. This you can feel because you're holding it for a long time, okay? You should feel the heat coming through the shoulders. What you're going to do now is push across. So we're doing a shoulder stretch, crossing the arms. This is to stretch your rhomboids, your big muscles in the middle of your back, okay? So we're pushing arms past each other. You can pull, okay? So I'm feeling it in the big muscles in my back. Pull, 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 pull. Make sure you can still breathe. It's hurting. My shoulders are very sore from the last workout. Feeling that? Roll, okay? And then what you want to do is roll, clasp your hands behind, and pull down, back and down, and hold. Pull, 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 pull. So you're pulling your shoulders back and down. Oh, makes your arms feel so much longer. Okay, what we're gonna do now is a rear arm raise. So you're gonna open your chest, okay? And then you're gonna pull the arms as far back as you can. Imagine somebody is taking your arms and pulling them behind you. Okay, so push that chest up, breathe through the move. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. So if you practice those, you could go for up to a minute holding each of those stretches. So the ones I showed you, pulling, pushing, squeezing arms back and round, and then back and down. So practice those ones and just increasing flexibility in the shoulder. Okay, so it's really good to hold on to the stretch. You can do it for up to a minute. Okay, right, let's just stretch the forearms quickly. Okay, so when you're in our arms, we have a lot of flexors and extensors. You can see all the muscles moving while I'm moving my all the ligaments, moving the fingers. Okay, so these get worked a lot in a day. Regardless of your profession, you're going to work your forearms. Okay, so what you can do is straighten the arm and pull the fingertips back, where you can make sure the thumb comes out so you're not pulling on the thumb. All right, pull, 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 and hold. And then you're going to reverse that and you're going to pull towards, keeping the arms straight. Okay, so you're working through wrists and forearms. You should feel it in the muscles in the arms. Do that again, pull back, breathe, and good, feel that nice release. So pull back. Some people will be quite hypermobile, so be careful you're not pulling too much. If you are hypermobile, you don't want your fingertips touching the back of your forearm. Okay, this is tight on me because my forearm's taken a big hit this week with training, so this is quite nice. Straight arm, okay, and roll. So just scoop in, out, in. It's very good for wrist strengthening and right, ouchie. Just do little duck grips on the forearms. So if you do want to release the forearms, I'm doing like a full-on grip. A duck grip is this one. We're not duck gripping now. If you do get issues with tennis elbow, you can do more duck grip. Squeeze and release, working the muscles. Right. Let's come down to lying spinal. How are we doing for time? Oh, we're still okay. So lying spinal stretch, lie down nice and long. Come back here. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so I'm taking my right knee over the top. I'm going to look towards the left. Your other leg is nice and long. take your hand over the top of the knee and pull it down towards the floor. So you should be feeling this release in the lower spine and in the glutes. And release, come back up to neutral. Then the other leg. Lift up the knee, take your opposite hand over the knee, pull it down, and look in the opposite direction. So ideally you want to keep both shoulders on the floor, the hip will lift. If you're incredibly flexible and you want more, you can straighten the leg and pull the toes down to the floor. Not a chance that's going to happen with me today. Good, come back up, let's do that one more time. Try to get a little bit further this time. Take your arm nice and long in line with your shoulder. So the more you twist, you also feel that in your lats, in your back. I'm hearing a cat. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Yeah. Come back up to neutral. Alrighty. So from here, knees to armpits. We're going to stretch the lower back. So bend your legs, try and grab the inside of your feet and pull your knees into your armpits. Okay? So this, I'm grabbing my toes. Your ankles are over your knees and you can make little circles. Try and not round your back up like this. You want to push the lower back into the floor. Hi, thanks for all my hugs. Thank you. Thank you. If you can, try and take it into hamstring. So try grab your big toe and stretch the legs. So your butt will lift off on this one. If you can't reach your toes, you'll be grabbing the inside and you'll be pushing out. And this you will feel more inner thigh because you're pushing the legs apart, okay, from your calf. Or you might even be here and then definitely feel that inner thigh. Okay, it's a completely different stretch to this one, but you do what you can. And come back into bent knees again. This is nice. And down. Can't see, cat. Can't see. Okay, let's do lying hamstring. So we just pull the knee in. So if you've got really tight hamstrings, you're not going to be able to get this leg straight. Okay, so you would just extend your other leg and try and straighten this leg as much as you can. Okay. Some of you may have to bend that other leg and have this leg bent, but you just pull it towards you. Pull yourself towards yourself. And release. Let's do the other side. So if you want more, you can hang the leg off the floor and then you really feel it because you're putting body weight like a pulley on the hamstring. And switch. Come up. Cross one foot over the other. Lean down. And release. Cross the other foot over. Gently. Gently. And stretch down. See if we're gentle and we don't get claws. And release. And then what you want to do is flex the feet and try and pull. If you can't reach, just flex and point. Flex. If you can reach, good. From here, Sit in nice and comfy. Let's do some breathing. Okay. Breathe in. Exhale down. Inhale up, basket the head. Look up. Inhale, reach over. Exhale. Lean shoulder to knee. Inhale up. And over. And again. Over. Take a round, chin to chest. Yeah. And take the hands behind, push the chest up, pull the shoulders back, hands down. Gently, and again, round. And take it behind your back, sit up tall. He's attacking me. And breathe in, exhale down. Well done, and that's your Wednesday stretching finished. Thank you very much. If you missed it live, you'll be able to watch it on YouTube, and if you're doing it on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and put some comments in the box. Thank you. Alrighty, you guys have a good rest of the day. It looks a little bit overcast, but have a good one. Bye.